Hey, morning guys. It's been a couple days since I've been out here. Been waiting on some parts. Got a bunch of stuff in from Amazon and eBay. Most of this is not for this car, but the most important part, those are gonna be our new hood hinges, and they finally arrived. I still got to buy hardware for them, but they're here. We're gonna be using those up here on the cow. I know it's still pretty bright outside. Not sure if we're going to get into this car a whole lot today. We're going to play with it probably a little bit, but I got to work on my daughter's car first. Her HVAC system went out. Got to replace the blower and the resistor motor, because the resistor is only going in the high and the blower is making all kind of squealing sounds, which I'm assuming it's from it being damaged, so I'm just going to replace it while I'm there. It's basically got to come out anyway. So that's where I'm at. I want to go ahead and set you guys up on the stand here. It'll be a second, it'll be another clip, because I believe I wired everything back in on the 50, and I have it just kind of wired temporarily through the trunk opening. I'll turn you around. So everything's laid out, run underneath, but that should allow it to run at least for the next few minutes, because I want to basically move the car over a little bit so we can get out of the sun. It's I think it's 89 degrees, but with the humidity and heat index it's like 104, 105 I think they said today. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna get this set up, try to get some footage of it moving for the first time with the new body. So see you in a minute. I hope they're in it, or they hang them up. Oh, they're here. I said I think the keys are in it, but I'm not really sure. Hopefully it'll fire right up. Oh, well, I guess I gotta hook the battery back up too, huh?
Yeah, that might help.
Might help a little bit.
It's been known to make a difference.
I ain't driving it.
Yeah, I know.
Let's lower it first. Podge guy. Still got it ground out.
Definitely too hot.
Ow!
Oh, slow it down.
As soon as I hit the gas, the seat rolled out from under it. That's why I started jumping and short the tires and shit.
Yeah, hot rodding all around.
Hey, at least it's going. Hey guys, as you've seen, just moved for the first time with the body on it. It is miserably hot. The inertia pump was turned off. Like there's a little red button. I reset it once, it fired, but I couldn't reach the gas pedal. Then Dad held it while I was on the other side, reaching the gas pedal, and it finally fired up. Again, stupid electronics. So, you know, a manual fuel pump could have avoided all that. So, that's where we're at for today. I'm going to go ahead and pause this. I might kick you back on when I work on the daughter's car, but I've got to get it back here first. I'm going to try it without a seat this time. I'm just going to hop in there. Just got to move it over somewhere square.
All that power.
What's that?
You ain't used all that power.
No, it's got a little rough idle. I think
Yeah, I heard that.
it definitely needs a tune-up. But I don't know how long it's been since it's had one. I mean, I know it was taken care of, but I don't know. Hey guys, I'm back. As you see, it's dark outside. Worked on my daughter's car, had to repair her blower motor, resistor for the blower motor, and the actual motor itself. Worked on her air conditioning all day, and it's 106 today with about 75% humidity. It's 96 right now, and it's 8:30 or 9 o'clock. So it's been pretty miserable. As you've seen in that clip and the previous, we fired up, ran, moved, under its own power, which I didn't really have any doubt about that. Gave me a little trouble this morning. The inertia switch was off, and honestly, I've completely forgot about it. From impacting the car with a hammer and different crap, it tripped it. Not a huge deal. It does have a pretty bad miss. It needs a tune-up. I don't know how long it's been since it's been a tune-up, or if maybe it's just running rough because it hasn't really been ran in probably, I'd say 3 months. My father-in-law's owned it since new in '05. He's always done all the maintenance and upkeep on it, but in the last, I'd say 6 months, he really hasn't touched the car because he's been driving other vehicles. He's got 2 other vehicles that are newer and nicer. That's why that one was going to a junkyard. So, that being said, it's not a big deal. It's just a tune-up. And I think that, some fresh gas, because it's pretty low. It's really close to being on empty. So I definitely need to do that. But, all in all, it fired up and ran. I got a little bit of my stuff in today. I got panel bond. That's the word I'm looking for. I got my panel bond gun and the panel bond to start work on the inside of the car. I don't know how much of that I'm going to film because it's basically putting glue on crap is all it is. I might do a little time lapse of it or something like that, but it's nothing crazy. It's basically to go, I'm going to put some down both sides on the interior where the welding is. Put it all down through there. And there's a couple little spots that the welding missed because of that aluminum floor. I don't remember if I said that in the previous video. It's like a sheet of aluminum with a metal subframe with a sheet of aluminum underneath on the bottom side of the car. So in a couple spots, it just wanted to melt the aluminum. It didn't want to weld, but it's pretty rock solid. I have no worries that it would ever move or hold or anything like that. But I'm still going to go over those spots with a little bit of that, and just to reassure myself. And then I got a panel bond the aluminum in the back that we've already discussed. So that's where I'm at for today. This will definitely not go up tonight. So if we come back out and work on it tomorrow, and if we work on the hood, which is what I want to work on, I'll definitely add all that to this video. It really depends on temperature. It's supposed to be in the upper 90s all week with the humidity factor of between 106 and 112. It's miserable. And then after all that, it's supposed to pour down rain for like the next, well, I think starting tomorrow night. I think it's supposed to pour down rain basically through Wednesday of next week or something like that. So hopefully we won't have another flood on our hands, but I think we probably are going to. So yeah, I don't know. That's where we're at. I just wanted to throw this little piece in here real quick, kind of explain what was going on. Dad's coughing all over in the back, you know. And yeah, that's that. That's where we're at. So I'll see you on the next clip. Guys, as you can see, went ahead and seam seal all along here where the weld is. Same thing back there. Everywhere there was a weld, it all seam sealed. Started seam sealing in the back on both sides and ran out of seam seal. Or not seam seal, panel bond it. I got this side completely panel bonded on all the spots that need it, all the way back. So that's all the panel bond I have at the moment. We're waiting for it to be delivered still. I don't know, that's just the joys of the internet. Sometimes it gets here fast, sometimes it doesn't. So that's probably everything we're going to do for the night, because we got to give that thing time to set and get it time to, solidify. Then tomorrow, weather permitting and health permitting and everything else, making sure we feel good and that it's not terrible enough to not come out and work. we will definitely be working on the hood because I really want to get the hood done. That's the last of the big body stuff, so that would be my next desire. So I don't know, that's where we are for the night. Go ahead and call it an evening, and I will see you guys in the morning, which will be here in, I don't know, 2-3 seconds for you, I guess. So see you on the next one. Hey guys, I'm back. I'll flip you around here, show you what I was doing. We went ahead and got our center line off the center here out to where we want our hood latches. That puts them pretty close to in line with the rear trunk latches. I got the holes on both sides of the cowl and I got those drilled out and ready. You're gonna have to bear with me when we walk in here because the fans are on, and quite honestly it's too miserable to turn them off, so I'm just going to try to talk a little louder. These are our hinges right here. I got some felt padding and put underneath them. It's not really nicely cut, but once it's installed I'm going to run a brand new razor blade. My current razor blade that I have here is about dull as can be. It struggled to cut cardboard this morning. So I got that. Got some nylon spacers here, and the nylon spacers slide over it, and they're going to help eat up the gap on the underside of the space, because they are no longer going through a tubed section. They're going through a sheet metal section. So we're going to put a little bit of bracing underneath each piece, something similar to that, and then we've got bolts and hardware over there that all matches it. I believe they were 5/16 by 18 thread. So that's where we're at with those. There's Dad looking hot and bothered. So that's where we are. I'm going to put you back on a time lapse here in a few minutes. We'll go ahead and get these things bolted up and hopefully be able to get the hood on today. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm not sure if you can see me or not because I can't see it, but hopefully you can. Hood latches are on. They sucked ass. They were a complete pain in the ass, but it's all there. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys, close it down, try to pull up on it. The latch all works, so check her out. She's nice and tight there. So that at least we got what we accomplished. We've been wanting to get done for a couple days now. So that's probably where we're going to cut it for today because it is miserable outside. We're going to have to do some work still on the hood on the corners to stiffen it because it's pretty banged up hood, which we knew that going in. But it is what it is. So at least the hood's on now. Kids on dirt bike. That's a big thing around here. I don't know why, but all the kids that don't have license cruise around on little mini bikes. So I'll also show you one other thing. Went ahead and after all the welding done, the seam sealed we did, and then we panel bonded. Went ahead and put some bed liner, spray on bed liner across both sides. It's still pretty tacky. so I gotta wait till later to be able to fire it up and move it with the hood on for the first time. But it's supposed to piss down rain on us tonight, and I'm gonna try to rearrange the cars a little bit to try to get the rat in out of the rain too this time. Spinning it around real quick to show it to you. I know normally she's undercover when I'm making videos, but there she is. That's my 74 VW Beetle, the Rat King. We had her out today. I took her over to the hardware store to buy the hardware for the hood hinges, or new hood hinges. And I don't know, we just took her for a little cruise today. It was hot, but it was fun enough, nice enough. So she's in her natural habitat, hanging out in the driveway when she's not on the road. But nice little shot of her. I know some people had asked, and I don't know, I contemplated even getting a video of me driving it today, but it puts the camera basically right in my viewpoint. So that's a little glimpse of her. You guys ain't seen her in a little while. I need to get some rolling footage of her actually running and driving down the road. This is my kids' generation Rat King. It's like a 2005 maybe Rat King. That's their action figure. Now way over here is like the 1984, 85, 87 version, which is my generation's Rat King. So the two of them hang out up here all the time. Those are our co-pilots. So that all being said, hope you enjoyed a little quick look at that. Hope you enjoyed a whole bunch of time lapse of what I think I got, and a whole bunch of starts and beginnings and failures. But she ran, she drove twice, in and out. I mean, nothing crazy. It's not tagged, so I can't put it out on the street yet, and I don't have insurance on it. But it does run drive. The main portion of the body is done. The hood's on. We're waiting on two more things of panel bond, because we want to panel bond that aluminum back here in the rear, at the cargo trunk area, the fender wells. So I want to panel bond that, and then I'll flip you around real quick. Stuff like this right here, that hole there, and a couple of them up under the front end, like the one there in the rocker, and probably this, and then definitely this here, which is pretty toasty, and that, which is pretty toasty. They are all going to be left as they are. We're not actually going to repair those. I'm going to cut some aluminum, slide aluminum behind it, and panel bond the aluminum to the back of the metal to help stiffen it. Basically, I don't want the car to look finished. I want it to look ratty and beat up and rough. That being said, that will help solidify the panel so that the panel doesn't flex, pop, break any further. Still leaves the damage there, so it looks like it's ratty and nasty. We're going to leave the whatever the panel is in the back. I'm probably going to panel bond the entire piece that sticks to the inside of the fender, so it's all black, so that even after it dries, it will be black back in there and look like you're looking into darkness. That way, when we paint the thing yellow, which I've already discussed with my neighbor, he's already 100% behind it. He is all for it. He's the guy that painted the Rat King for me. He did that while I was having surgery last year, and he loves doing patina work. You've probably seen his shop in the background. You've seen his bus. He's always got cool VWs, Porsches. He's got a couple muscle cars that are pretty nice, Chevelles. I think a Camaro too. But yeah, that's where we are tonight. So once again, hood's up on her. Everything works. Hood release works. So it's it's like 7 o'clock and 96 degrees, about 80% humidity. So basically been having a heat stroke all day. So, I don't know, I'm rambling, tired, going in and take a shower, or I might just jump in the pool. I don't know. The pool's pretty nice right now. The wife got in it and cleaned it today and said the water was really comfortable. But either way, I want to go do something other than this, other than sweat. So wish me luck, and thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you. Come back and see us on the next one. I'm not sure if we're going to be working on the hood or not. but if not on the hood, I want to start probably some pre-assembly of the interior. Start getting the wiring ran the rest of the way after we get the back end sealed. Kind of get stuff where it needs to be. And I really want to scrub the hell out of the inside. It was a work vehicle for a decade or more, and the Explorer was kind of like the stuff falling out of the tree. The Explorer was always kind of like the bastard vehicle of the family. If somebody had a truck down or a car down, that's the one you ended up with. Everybody borrowed it. It's been basically in everybody's house in our entire family at one point or another. But it's always been a good, solid, reliable vehicle. But it was a work truck. It's been beat on. We've loaded it with mulch. It's held the roof. The roof right here to the Beetle, which completely slipped my mind until just recently. When I bought this roof, it was legitimately an entire Volkswagen bus roof. It was basically on that bus. They had cut the pillar on the front windshield, and then straight back, and then straight down. So it was the whole back corner of the bus. And when I bought this, a guy met me in Columbus, Ohio. He was from Cleveland, so he drove halfway down the state. I drove from Cincinnati to Columbus, which is the south half of the state, and we met. He had that roof on an 18-foot U-Haul trailer, flatbed trailer. I rolled up with the Ford Explorer that's underneath this 50 now. The guy was like, how are you getting it home? And I said, oh, I want to use the Explorer. He goes, are you going to rent a trailer? And I'm like, no. And he was just astonished that I was not going to rent a trailer. Acted like he was like, well, I don't know how you're going to do this. And I was like, well, easy. And I walked over and I popped the Explorer's hatch open, the seats were all laid down. I pulled out a Sawzall. At the time, a DeWalt Sawzall. And a couple of 18 volt DeWalt batteries, and I went through and I basically came back midway through the car and I cut it straight in half, front to back. He kind of looked at me like I was insane. I slid the smaller front portion, basically, midway of the bus up to the windshield, and I slid it inside of the back of the Explorer. And the rear portion, which is, basically this whole section back here, it was actually probably from here back plus a couple feet that we cut off and threw away because that's been narrowed 6 feet, or shortened 6 feet. But that went on top of the roof rack of that Explorer, and I strapped it down. And the guy tried to talk me out of it about 15 times over the course of about a half an hour. And I wish I remember his name. I met him on the Samba, which if you're a VW guy, you probably know what the Samba is. It's like a trading forum. But I wish I remember his name because he was a fantastic dude, very good guy, gave me a really good price. Offered to let me use the trailer to bring it home. He was like, man, it's a rental trailer, like it costs $30 to rent for a day or something. And he was like, if you just take it back to another U-Haul, you can take it. Well, I didn't want to do any of that. So I just cut it up and threw it on there. It was getting cut up anyway. But he was so worried about it that he made me promise him that when I got home, I would let him know that I made it safely. He was horrified that I was going to drive this thing back on the highway halfway across the state. And I strapped it to the roof. Me and my dad, actually. Dad was there with me. And threw it on the roof and came home. I will say this, when you have the roof of a Volkswagen bus strapped to the top of a Ford Explorer, people get out of your way. The highway was definitely user-friendly that day for me because nobody wanted to be anywhere near the damn thing. It was kind of like Moses parting the Red Sea, except for it was an Explorer parting every bit of traffic on the highway because no one wanted around it. But, I mean, it was strapped in. It wasn't going nowhere. I've done this a couple of thousand times with different stuff. And, it is what it is. It made it back. I sent the guy a picture. He said I was completely insane, that he could not believe I drove it that way, and that he was grateful and thanking God that I made it safe. So again, I mean, really rock solid dude, really cool guy. But that's the story behind how I got my roof. And I just thought that was something odd because that explains how long that car's been around and some of the weird bastard things we've done. with that car. Hell, I put four pallets of landscaping block in the back of that car, and it was sagging super low. It was definitely overloaded, but the thing's a champ. I mean, it's done anything we've ever asked it to do, and I'm sure it's going to be maintaining and continuing to be a champ inside of the 50. Although it's definitely not going to be hauling lumber and, you know, landscaping block and mulch. It's just going to be hauling probably this thing. I want to put the hitch back in, and we're going to modify my tow bar for the Beetle so that it fits without having to take the headlights off, because as it sits now, we always have to pull the headlights off. And then that way, if we do any car shows that are significant drives we want to take both cars to, we will basically have our custom tow rig. Air conditioned, heat, glass windows, so we don't got to worry about weather. I'm looking at making a top cover, basically, just like I don't know, for lack of a better term, like a brawl that goes over the top of it. Basically, it would come strap under here under the mirrors, trace all the way back around, and just seal the top of the car where the windows are. That way, in theory, I can just slide that over the top and make it strap down real tight, and I shouldn't have to worry about excess amount of water getting in it or anything like that if we were going to tow it. And even if we take it out and park, because right now we've been taking it under that. And it'd be a lot nicer if we had a small car cover, for lack of a better term, that we could just slide over the top. I've even looked at getting a weatherproof Miata cover, because the Miata is pretty close to the same size as this. And we thought about doing that. That way we have something to put inside of the car that if we're out somewhere and it decides to piss down rain on us, we can pull over, cover it up, and go in and have dinner or something like that. You know what I mean? Just get out of the rain. Alright guys, well I'm rambling because it's hot. And appreciate you guys all checking us out. I hope you were excited to see it move, because I was excited to see it move. Especially after I kind of had a panic that it wouldn't start, which was the inertia switch. Let me show you what that is. If you don't know what it is, that's an inertia switch right there. That black thing with the red dot on top. Right there. Yeah. That thing basically, if the car gets hit, flips over, any kind of serious impact, there's a ball, I believe is the way it works. There's like a ball in there, and it causes that ball to wedge down over the fuel. So the fuel hits that ball and it stops and won't go no matter what the pump says. The way you get around that once it trips is you got to hold the button and process the throttle, push the throttle down until it builds vacuum pressure, I believe is what it uses. And once the throttle's up and it starts idling up, it sucks that ball back into place and locks it back in until the next impact. It's a safety means that Ford did to, I guess, in case you were to roll it or wreck it, so that in theory you don't burn to death if it catches on fire. The fuel just shuts off. So that's where I'll leave you today. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys coming and checking me out. The guys that do. Appreciate all the comments, anything, questions, any of that. It is what it is. But I appreciate y'all. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for checking us out. Thanks for watching me sweat. You could at least offer to help. Jeez. I'm playing. See you guys on the next one.